Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack44227 to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys and yeah. Looks like probably by the time this video goes live, we're already at the end of July as we speak, and yeah, quite an interesting ride that we've been through for, of course, this month, hands down, and yeah, I guess with, of course, all those, plus with, of course, working things out with, of course, on my new camera that I actually got, I say it looks like this month really is actually really quite nice for sure, so yeah, so of course, given to that thought alone, I definitely know I've got a lot to do this weekend for sure. To which probably by the time this video goes live, I'm currently pretty much taking the weekend off from, of course, making any videos because my girlfriend Casamelli is visiting me for the weekend. So yeah, to Casamelli, if you're watching this, yeah, love you as always, darling. But yeah, I guess either way, yeah, pretty much decided to get this up while, of course, I'm taking my weekend off for sure. But don't worry, I'll have plenty more videos coming up later on, right around afterwards for sure. So definitely be on the lookout for those. So yeah, but I guess until then, looks like for movie-wise, as we speak, yeah, I guess seeing how August will be right around the corner as we speak, and well, we've pretty much got some decent releases that'll be coming up for this month, though. A lot like everyone else, I am anticipating for Coyote vs. Acme right now, so yeah, but I guess pretty much if anything, I might as well pretty much get myself into talk about this latest movie to cap off this month for sure, and yeah. And I guess that would lead to the ultimate question, what can I cover for of course this thoughts video this time around? Well, I knew it's been about well over a year since after I actually talked about a movie from, of course, pretty much from, of course, a certain little cinematic universe for sure. So I think it makes sense to finally talk about them once again for sure. So yeah, so I guess since last month I actually doubled back into, of course, the DC universe with a new Supergirl movie, and trust me, I know I'm looking forward to Clayface in the next few months for sure. So yeah, can't wait for that. But yeah, I guess since we've delved into DC well over a month ago, yeah, I guess it has been a year since after I talked about a little something from Marvel, hands down. So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts video, we're diving back into, of course, the Marvel Cinematic Universe once again, and yeah, seems like they got a lot going on for sure as we speak, and well, I guess ever since last year when I talked about the Fantastic Four First Steps, I think I've been overdue to talk about another movie in the MCU for sure, and well, for the case of course, this thoughts video on, of course, this movie we're talking about here today, I think it will actually show, so yeah. So I guess, pretty much, if anything, I guess for today's movie, yeah, I guess it has been some time since after we talked about how a certain little superhero that is, of course, web-slinging. Yeah, I think it will kind of get you the idea, of course, of what I'm talking about. So yeah, given to that hit alone, that will give you the idea on what I'm going to be talking about for today's Thoughts video. But in case you actually don't know, looks like we're definitely back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe once again to pretty much catch up with, of course, our favorite web-slinging superhero once again, with, of course, today's movie that I got to see today, which is none other than Spider-Man Brand New Day. So yeah, that is, of course, what we're going to be talking about here today. Not only is this the latest film that just came out not too long ago, let alone the latest film in the MCU that we actually got, but it's also the fourth outing of course, pretty much the MCU's take on the well-known web-slinging superhero, Spider-Man. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, yeah, I guess before going into, of course, this movie, I think it makes sense to brush myself up on, of course, my little catch-up of course, well, Spider-Man for sure, and yeah, what can I say about good old Spider-Man? So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that out of the really good chunk of superheroes that we actually got within the Marvel Universe, I definitely know on my part, Spider-Man is definitely one of them for sure, and yeah, everything about Spider-Man definitely needs no introduction whatsoever. He really actually defies himself in, of course, pretty much having a really nice, pretty much growth and evolution during his time in comic books for sure, and of course, pretty much with his, pretty much his super spider powers, pretty much serving justice to, of course, all that, and of course, with the ability to him pretty much fighting off his enemies and saving all of New York, while still retaining pretty much the good old classic phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, it really does show exactly that, so yeah, my history with, of course, Spider-Man is actually really quite interesting, let alone, and of course, pretty much not much in comic books on my part growing up, but I do know through movies and shows that I actually do know of for sure. And yeah, I can definitely go on and on, of course, yeah, I guess pretty much for the shows, I know they'll be saved for another time, but for the movies, I could go on and on about them, especially with, of course, the Sam Raimi trilogy with Tobey Maguire, and, of course, the Mark Webb duology with Andrew Garfield. Yeah, but I guess, pretty much in terms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, hands down, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that Spider-Man has really been doing quite well in the MCU for sure, so yeah, and of course I did talk about pretty much a good chunk of Spider-Man's time in the MCU for sure, yeah, with of course pretty much the main Home trilogy that we actually got, those being Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, which, yeah, I really enjoyed all three of them for sure. I really do think they are actually really great, and yeah, I did cover a couple of them pretty much in my thoughts videos in the past, particularly pretty much Far From Home and No Way Home, the latter of which, if you actually have seen my thoughts video, is without doubt my favorite MCU Spider-Man movie by far for sure, so yeah, but yeah, I could go on and how much I really enjoyed pretty much those movies alone, but I'm sure that'll be saved for another time, but yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, I really enjoyed pretty much Spider-Man's time in the MCU for sure, and plus Tom Holland really pretty much portrayed the character perfectly for sure, in a very charming way, I'm not gonna lie, so yeah. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I could say of course, that front. So I guess it's after pretty much having a ball with, of course, the last film, the last film that we actually got for Spider-Man's time in the MCU. Yeah, when I heard the news about this movie, pretty much from what I could gather, I actually got myself quite curious and yet really excited to see on how it's actually gonna turn out for sure, because yeah, I was actually quite curious to see on where Spider-Man can go after the events of No Way Home for sure. So I think it'll be quite interesting to see on how it'll go and see if he'll actually go from a pretty much a small boy to becoming a man for sure. Hence why he's called Spider-Man in the first place. And to see if he can actually pretty much be the hero that he is, while still retaining pretty much the cool classic phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was hoping for, hands down, and I was really looking forward to seeing on what this movie will actually have provided. So yeah, so of course, pretty much luckily enough, pretty much on my part, hands down, I actually got myself in to catch an early Thursday screening this time around of course, this movie, all thanks to everyone at Crown City Cinemas as always, and well, in case a lot of you guys are wondering, hands down, yeah, I did get the final stamping, of course, on my, pretty much on my punch card that I had a long while ago to actually see this movie and complete their summer movie challenge for sure. So yeah, that means I'm actually gonna be pretty much invited soon for an exclusive showing that'll be coming up. So you'll definitely have to wait and see later on, because I'm not gonna give it away. So yeah, but regardless of course all that, I did get myself over to Crown City Cinemas once again to this time catch an early Thursday screening of course this movie this time around. So yeah, and of course, now that I've got back from, of course, seeing this movie, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this one now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I'm actually happy to say for the 4th time around, yeah, I see this movie really turned out amazing for sure. So yeah, I guess that's probably the best way I can actually put it, hands down for sure. I really do think it is actually a really great movie in my opinion, and I really enjoyed it a whole lot. And well, I guess pretty much in my personal opinion, I think this actually comes close to being as great as No Way Home for sure. But I do think. But I really do think this movie really nailed it on the head all the way. I really enjoyed every moment in this movie for sure, and it actually gave me such a great time, hands down for sure, while still keeping the love and spirit of Spider-Man alive for sure, and actually going in a really interesting direction since after what happened in No Way Home. So yeah, I guess probably pretty much given to, of course, what I've just described for sure. I really enjoyed this movie a whole lot, hands down. It is absolutely great, and I love it all the way. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, I guess I'm done with that, so here we go. So alrighty then, well, now that I actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure. For starters is, of course, the story, and yeah, I think with what I've actually seen by far, I really do think the story in this movie really is structured out quite well, in my opinion. I really do think they really lay the groundwork, of course, what it's actually going for, hands down for sure, and yeah, it didn't want to go for anything too big to top the last few films that we actually got, but still want to keep it a little bit more grounded and matured from what I've actually seen. And I really do think they really pretty much nailed it with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. I really do think they really follow through, of course, what they actually have gone for. And probably, I guess, the main factor in, of course, all that is Well, obviously enough, actually showing pretty much Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, actually pretty much progressing, of course, this nice long stairway towards growing and maturing, hands down, while still coping on, of course, what he's actually going through and how he's actually gonna overcome it for sure. So yeah, but I know I won't give everything away, of course, this one, hands down, but yeah, either way, from what I've actually seen, I really do think they really nailed the story in, of course, this movie that I can easily follow through, of course, on my part, hands down, so yeah, that's pretty much what I could say for the story for, of course, this movie. Now, as for the writing, I have to say, yeah, that too alone also deserves a lot of recognition for sure. I really do think, yeah, they really crafted out pretty much a really great screenplay that I really do think really is actually quite nicely done from what I've actually seen. It really is actually quite something that I really do think really is actually quite nice, and I can see the amount of effort being put into, of course, the writing, of course, this one for sure, and yeah, I think it is actually really quite nicely done, and not to mention the comedy, I have to say, yeah, that too alone, I will admit, is actually done pretty decent for sure. I mean, okay, I guess there's not one joke that are an absolute banger for sure, but I did get a slight chuckle, pretty much out of a few ones that they actually did for sure, and yeah, it's not bad from what I can say, but I can still admire the effort they actually tried to do for sure. So yeah, I guess that's probably what I could say for those in a nutshell for sure. Yeah, like I said, I do think the comedy in this film is actually pretty decent in my opinion. But I really love what they actually did with the story and the writing for, of course, this one for sure. It really is actually quite amazing from what I've actually seen, and I can admire the really great amount of hard work and effort that they actually did to really make this one work for sure, and they really did accomplish that quite well, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright then, well, now that I actually got pretty much those out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to mention for sure, to which next up is, of course, the characters, and yeah, I really do think what they actually have provided, I really do love what they did with the characters for, of course, this movie. Each and every single one of them has been given some really great development that I really do think actually works quite well for sure, to really actually make them likable and interesting for sure, and yeah, I really do admire the really strong amount of dedication that they actually did for sure, and yeah, I think I really do follow through on each and every single one of them, and yeah, I do end up rooting for them pretty much all the way whenever they're, of course, in this pretty much bad situation that they need to get out of for sure. Kind of like every other superhero movie that we got over the years for sure. So yeah. And, of course, like I said, pretty much the main factor, and, of course, all that would definitely have to come from Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, for sure, coping with, of course, what he's actually going through during his time in this movie, and how he's actually gonna overcome it, hands down, So yeah, I think that's probably what I could say for the characters for sure. Now, as for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, I really do admire pretty much the actors for sure. They actually really put together such really great performances, in my opinion, that I really do think works quite well for sure. I really do admire their dedication and effort that they actually did to really work around the material that's actually given to them for sure, and yeah, I really do think they really did a nice job on, of course, that front for sure. I really do think the acting is actually really strong with, of course, this one, and I really do admire the actors' dedication all the way. So yeah, I think that's probably what I could say for those for sure. I really love what they did with the characters, and all the actors came in with such really great performances that I really do think work quite well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, well, now that I actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. Yeah, and I guess thinking about it is a superhero movie for sure. I should definitely talk about the action for sure. And yeah, I really do love what they actually did with the action in, of course, this movie for sure. Yeah, I really do think they really did do a bang-up job in making the action look great from what I've actually seen, and it really is actually quite amazing. Every single fight scene from what I've actually seen is really done great with such impressive choreography and such really great planning to really actually make it work quite well. And yeah, I really do think it is actually quite nicely done for sure. And yeah, I think they really, yeah, I really do follow through on, of course, each and every single one of them for sure, because yeah, I guess pretty much like any other Spider-Man movie for sure. Of course, the action is going to be great all the way, and yeah, I really do think they really nailed it with, of course, this movie for sure. It is actually very nicely done, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. And, of course, the production design in, of course, this movie, yeah, that too alone is also done really great for sure. Yeah, I really do think they really did do an impressive job with the pretty much the film's production design from what I've actually seen, and it really does show with not only some really great location scouting and, of course, some brilliant set designs that they actually did to really make you be in, of course, New York City, pretty much with, of course, these characters for sure, which I really do think is actually quite nicely done for sure. But also the visuals and the effects, in my opinion, I really do think is also done really great for sure, and really does help to blending everything with the film's surroundings all around us for sure. And yeah, I really do think it is actually quite nicely done for sure. And yeah, I guess pretty much for what it is, just by seeing it alone, I actually do feel like I'm actually pretty much with, of course, these characters for sure, and even swinging alongside Spider-Man for sure, because yeah, let me tell you, I think if you actually see Spider-Man pretty much doing some web slinging pretty much for sure, and of course swinging around for sure, you really do feel like you're swinging around with Spider-Man for sure. So yeah, I think it's probably the best way I can describe everything in the production design, in my opinion, and yeah, I really do think they really did do a bang-up job, of course, that one for sure. It is that great for sure, so yeah. And of course, the direction of this film, to which I definitely should mention, pretty much seeing how the last three films were given to us by John Watts for sure. This one was, of course, given to us from the director that also did another MCU project that I did cover years ago for sure, which is, of course, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And yeah, I see the film's director working on this one for sure. Yeah, he's definitely on his A-game, hands down. I really do admire the really great amount of pretty much hard-working effort he actually has provided to really make this movie work for sure. And yeah, it really does show from what I've actually seen. I really do admire, of course, what they actually did, and yeah, it really is actually quite impressive. I I really do love on what they actually did for the film's direction, and it really is that outstanding for sure. So yeah. And of course, the cinematography, I will have to say, that too alone is also done really great for sure, with some really awesome camera shots that I really do think actually work quite well for sure, and yeah, I think it really actually is quite nice for sure to really make this movie look great, and yeah, I really do admire the really nice the nice dedication that they actually did with the cinematography for sure. And of course, the editing, I have to say, that too alone is also cut up perfectly for sure, with some really nice cuts that I do think actually work quite well from what I've actually seen, and yeah, really does pretty much showcase everything that it has provided, and lay the groundwork on, of course, what this movie is actually going for. And not to mention the pacing, I have to say, that too alone is also done marvelously for sure. Yeah, as I really do think everything flowed down quite well from what I've actually seen, and it really is actually quite interesting to actually witnessing on the big screen for sure, and I really do follow through, of course, everything that goes on while the film is playing out for sure. That's how great the film's pacing is for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess with everything that I've actually mentioned, I think it will get you the idea on how much I really enjoyed this movie all the way. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright then, well, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole. So yeah, overall, Spider-Man Brand New Day, I will say is, of course, pretty much an amazing, again, really impressive movie from what I've actually seen, that really actually pretty much took everything from, of course, the first three MCU Spider-Man movies, and actually pretty much keep on going with it, with, of course, pretty much letting the evolution chain grow for sure, and yeah, pretty much from what I've actually seen, it actually does result in, of course, a pretty outstanding movie all the way. So yeah, everything that they actually did from what I've actually seen, they really did do an impressive job from what I can gather for sure. And yeah, they really did lay the groundwork on, of course, what it was going for, and how it's going to play out all the way right up until the end for sure. And yeah, I really do think this movie really is actually quite impressive in my opinion, and I really do love on what they were actually going for, hands down. So yeah, so I guess pretty much for what it is, from what I can gather, yeah, I guess it will definitely show on how much I really enjoyed this movie all the way. Yeah, I guess pretty much from what I've actually seen, I do think this movie does come close to being on there, like, say, Spider-Man No Way Home for sure. In fact, I do stand by my point that is, in fact, my all-time favorite for sure. Yeah, but yeah, it does come close from what I've actually seen, but I still think it is such a great movie all the way, and yeah, I guess given to all that, I am really impressed with what they actually did, and yeah, I do think this is actually worth the recommendation, of course, on my part for sure. So yeah, I guess given to all that, I guess if that's something up your alley, then yeah, I say this movie is definitely well worth checking out for sure. If you definitely want to see pretty much where Spider-Man can go for sure, and yeah, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather. And given to that thought alone, I'm excited to see where Spider-Man is going to go next, with, of course, Avengers Doomsday that's going to be coming out later this year for sure. Not sure on what they're actually going to do, hands down, but maybe we'll know later on down the road. So So yeah, but for now, I guess given to all that, I say this movie is definitely well worth the watch for sure. Yeah, if you're actually looking for something that really still defies everything revolving around Spider-Man for sure, but let it go in a completely different direction, that is, of course, still great as what was given to us pretty much in the past few films for sure. But yeah, I say this movie is definitely well worth checking out for sure. I say you're going to be in for a great time, hands down, and especially swinging on in to really pretty much get yourself in to actually see it for yourself. So yeah, I think that's probably what I could say, of course, on that front for sure. I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and it is, in fact, definitely well worth checking out for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess for my final score, yeah, I do think this is actually pretty much worth giving hands down. So I'm going to give Spider-Man Brand New Day a very impressive 9 out of 10 for sure. So yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed this movie for what it is, and it really is actually well worth checking out for sure. And yeah, really is actually quite amazing for sure in every single definition of the word, hands down. So yeah, and if that's something up your alley, then yeah, I say this movie is worth pretty much a couple of hours of your time, hands down. So yeah, what else can I say except, well, pretty much get on your web shooters and swing on into your local movie theater to see this movie for yourself. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright then, well, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything I can say about this movie as a whole. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I'll now turn it over to you guys. What do you think of Spider-Man Brand New Day if you've actually seen it for yourself? Do you absolutely really enjoyed it and think it's on par, like, of course, the last 3 MCU Spider-Man movies that we actually got and still turned out to be a really great movie all the way? Or do you absolutely hate it and think it's not worth your time checking out, and they should have stopped after No Way Home for sure? Or are you somewhere in between where you think it's just okay for what it is? So yeah, let me know what you thought of this movie down in the comments down below. I'm quite curious to see on what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and yeah, now that I finally got all the movies in July done for sure, I'm still quite curious to see what August is going to give us for plenty of new releases for sure. Yeah, not sure on which ones to be honest, but I'm really quite curious to see on what's gonna be given to us for sure, right? Yeah, maybe it might give us something good, or maybe something decent. We'll definitely have to wait and see. So yeah, but either way, I'm actually quite pretty much curious, of course, that front. And oh yeah, I almost completely forgot about one thing. Hold on. Alright, well, there we go. So yeah, I guess I can't forget about for the fact that around the time I actually got to see this movie, I actually did get this really nice popcorn bucket themed to, of course, this movie for sure. So yeah, kind of interesting that I actually saw the new Spider-Man movie and actually got a popcorn bucket themed to, of course, Spider-Man for sure. So yeah, I guess I guess that's actually quite nice for sure. So, and yeah, still got plenty of popcorn that I actually brought home for sure. So yeah, I guess I might as well chow down on that for a nice late night snack for sure. So yeah, and I guess pretty much for what it is, yeah, I guess right up until then, well, I'll see you guys pretty much in August for some movies that we'll cover in the next Thoughts video. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh yeah. This is still really good popcorn, I'm not gonna lie, so. I mean, come on. Can Regal actually make really tasting popcorn compared to what Crown City Cinemas is doing right now? I don't think so. Still good. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427TV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.